So now guys, we will be basically interacting with the content script and the background JS file of two important files of Chrome extension. So this is right here inside popup.js. In the last video we show how you can bind methods to your buttons. So we have binded this simple alert statement. We will showing it in the last video. Now what we will do, first of all, go to manifest.json and basically just add the background JS and the content script. Just uncomment those lines, just add it inside your manifest JSON so that it is got access here. So we are including the content script and the background JS. So we need to now create these two files. First we will create the background JS and then create ContentScript.js. So right here, first of all guys, we will now be injecting our content script. How we can do that using popup.js? It's very simple. We have an API inside our Chrome which is called as Chrome tabs API. So Chrome tabs are basically these are called as tabs. This is one tab, this is second tab, third tab, fourth tab. So inside our Chrome tab API we have a function which is query, and here we can first of all provide an object active to true. So we need to find out the active tab right here. So we will say current window. We will need to pass this current window to also true, and then it basically returns a callback function, guys. So inside this callback function we return a number of tabs out there. We can also console log it, console log tabs. So this returns the information about the various tabs out there, guys. Sorry, this is a callback function. You can even write this as an arrow function. So this will return the number of tabs which are returned to us. So now if I reload the application, what this line means, guys, we are accessing the Chrome tabs API. We are querying using the query method. We are passing the active and current window to true. And then basically it returns the number of tabs which are open right here inside my browser. This is one tab open, second tab, third tab, fourth tab. So if you now basically refresh the Chrome extension, go to your manage extension. Whenever you make change, you need to click on this reload button. So now if you see, and if I basically inspect element, go to console here, you will see that, guys, basically it returns a number of active tabs out there. You will see active to true, audible to false. All these options are contained inside this object. This is the information about a particular tab. Now if I select this tab here, so what this say, you will now see this is again information contained inside this tab here. So this is favicon URL, this is youtube.com. You will see that the title here, the title of the window, you can see Python 3 to enter advanced file editor. So we are basically grabbing all the information about a particular tab out there. So this is really important. This is the URL of the video here. You can see we are catching the URL of the video. So this is really useful in order to download the thumbnail of the video. So in this way, guys, you can basically fetch the information about a particular tab. So now we need to basically fetch the very first tab here. So what we can do is that we can basically store the tab ID. So we can say the very first tab 0, this is an array here. We need to fetch the ID of the tab here. So ID. So one such property, if you noticed, we have got a tab ID property as well. If you go to console, you can see this is a unique ID which is attached to this tab right here. So we are catching this tab ID. After this, guys, we need to basically send this information to content script. So how we can do that, guys? We can first of all need to inject this content script using our Chrome scripting API, Chrome scripting, and it contains a method which is execute script. This is a built-in method, guys. Basically it takes an object. First it takes as a target on which tab you need to load this. So we will say that the tab ID is equal to the tab ID that we stored. The second option is the number of files you need to invoke. So we need to basically inject the ContentScript.js file like this. So again, guys, this returns a callback function, arrow function we can write here. and now we can simply say Chrome tabs send message. So this basically allows you to basically send messages directly to this file, which is ContentScript.js, similar to Socket.io. Socket.io also send messages to the client, send messages to the server. So it also uses the same principle of that bi-directional protocol. We can send out messages. So this is IPC, inter-process communication. So we are communicating to that content script. We are passing tab ID. This is the payload. Payload is actually the data that we are sending to the file. And secondly, is it basically takes the action. So this action, you can call this as anything. We are passing it as get video URL. So we are basically passing this tab here. This tab contains all the information about the currently tab, the URL of the tab right here. So we are requesting ContentScript.js. We are passing the payload, which is the tab ID, and then we are requesting to get the video URL. So now we need to listen for this event inside our ContentScript.js. So how we can do that? It's very simple. Just go to ContentScript.js, and basically there is a method out there which is Chrome runtime dot on message dot add event listener. So we will be add listener. So we will be listening for the event, guys, which will be coming, the request, sender, and send response. So these are the basically this is the boilerplate code for having the request here, which is coming inside content script. How we can catch this? So here we will have a if condition, guys. We will say if request dot action triple equal to, and here we will be saying get video URL. So this is the same action that we are passing from popup.js, guys. You will see we are passing the same action, which is get video URL. So here inside this if condition, we are checking that if the action property is equal to get video URL, in that case we need to basically console log. We will say that action is received, or we can say that video tab like this is received. So now how we can do that? How to see this console log message, which is content script console log message? How to see that? It's very simple. Again, refresh your content Chrome extension. Again, if you go to here, select, and if you inspect element, guys, what you will see this array message right here. But you will not see this console log message that you saw inside your content script. So these messages are not shown on the browser side, guys, because there is a second option. If you go to manage extension, this is inspect views here. So this is for the background JS file. So you can see explicitly, you can see we have background JS. So all the console log messages that you print out inside your console background JS messages, it will be shown right here. So this is the background file. So now if you refresh your Chrome extension, so here you will see this message will be printed out. This is a background file. So if you want to debug your background JS file, guys, you will be opening this in service worker right here. This is completely different from this console log that you see inside the browser. So content script, you can't see the content script console log messages, guys. So here we will simply say right here, we need to get the video URL. So now what we will say window location href. We will get the actual location of the video URL like this, and then we will say the video ID. We'll extract the video ID, guys, which we will create a function here which will get YouTube video ID, and we will pass the video URL like this. So this basically, guys, this is the advantage of using ContentScript.js. We can't use window location href right here inside our pop-up.js. If I try to do this, it will give me this error. We can't access window location href property here. If I try to print this right here, we can't do that. If I basically refresh here, if I try to inspect element, you will see it will not give you this URL right here. If I inspect element right here, it will give you the URL of Chrome extension. It will give you the URL. If I write here window location href, it will give you the extension URL. We don't need the extension URL. We need the video URL, which is open right here inside the currently open tab. So that's why we need to send out this information to our content script. So inside the content script, we have the DOM APIs. So that's why we are able to get the video URL. So from the video URL, we will be extracting the video ID. So right here inside our content script, we will basically write a function which will be responsible for fetching the YouTube video ID. So we will simply pass the video URL. So this is very simple, guys, to extract the YouTube video ID. We will basically write a regular expression right here. You can basically get the full source code. It is given in the description of this video, all the source code. And then using this regular expression, we will use the match method and we will pass this regular expression. So this will now return the YouTube ID of the video. This is slightly complicated function, but it is just extracting that video ID that you saw. We will say match 7 false. So guys, basically inside youtube.com we are just extracting this video ID. We need this video ID to get the thumbnail. So after we get this video ID, guys, what we will say, we will now have a if condition that if the video ID is correct, in that case we will extract the thumbnails. We will say thumbnails URL, and here we will basically define another method, guys, which will be get thumbnail URLs. We will pass our video ID like this. So this will be again a function, guys. We will again define another function here inside this get YouTube thumbnail URLs. This is the actual video ID. So as you all know, guys, from the video ID we will exactly get our thumbnails. It's very simple. We will return the 3 thumbnails: https image.youtube.com/vi/ this is video ID. Here we can replace, and then we can say max resolution default JPG. So this is the same concept that we are using right here, guys. If you open this URL inside the browser, so what you will see here, you need to replace the dynamic video ID. So if I replace this video ID, you will get your thumbnail here. So we are using the same concept here. This is the thumbnail that we get. So this is a maximum resolution. Similarly, in order to get the standard definition, we need to simply copy this URL. So this will be our SD default standard quality, and this will be our high definition quality default. So this is the 3 thumbnails that we are returning from this function. This is an array here, guys. You will see that. So this will be an array that we will return from our. So now to return this information back to the popup.js file, so how we can do that? It's very simple. What we will say, again we will use this function Chrome runtime, and again we will say send message, and now we will send out this message. The action here will be show thumbnail preview. So now you can see that, guys, this action we are defining right here. Similarly, we have defined this action get video URL. Here we are defining this action, and then we are sending out this payload data, which will be thumbnail URLs. So now we need to catch for this event, which is show thumbnail preview inside our popup.js file. So this is really simple, guys. This is inter-process communication between different processes. Here we are communicating between ContentScript and the pop-up JS. So now we need to listen for this event, guys. So we will now be showing the thumbnails in the next video. So I will be seeing you in the next section.